don't understand the problems of the Niger Deltans with the federal government, please don't talk wherever the issue is being mentioned. Watch this clip and see. This is the oil-rich region of the Niger Delta, where oil spillage causes damages to their farmland and kill the fishes on the water. The proceeds from this region is what we use. This is flow station on the sea. These are flow stations, about 3 flow stations, where the oils are being pumped from into various oil wells. But people of this region, they don't enjoy any benefits, any proceeds from this exploration that is happening in their land, in their region. When I talk about the Niger Deltas, I'm not talking about those in the upland like the Ondo, Abia, Imo. No, I'm talking about those in the riverine areas. You will see, these are the houseboats you see on the water. It happens to be also something like a depot where they load from. There is no day you cross on this sea without seeing one big vessel of the other moving oil on the ship lines. But the communities where this pipeline passed through their backyards, they are living in poverty, abject poverty, swallowing in poverty. This is the sea. Sometimes on the surface of this sea, if you light it, it will catch fire. Because of the oil spillage, the crude that has been poured on the surface, the sea is black until you get to some part of the ocean, the deeper side of the ocean, before you can see clearer water, or this bluish looking water. These are the activities going on the water around this region. But the people of this region are being marginalized. The proceeds from this region is what they use to develop Abuja and some of the northern states. Even the derivation fund that is supposed to be given to them by law, some leaders, community chiefs, and politicians from the region come aside them for their children. This is part of it, part of what we are talking about. This is like a flow station too, where these big vessels are being loaded. Watch some of the activities going on. All these things are coastal line, where all these big ships pass from to go and load. Some of them come with empty vessel and will be loaded and escorted off the shore of Nigeria. Some of them will come with cargo, but while go offloading their cargo, they will go out with oil. And community where this platform is situated, if you see how that community look like, you will cry for these riverine people. I don't see any issue in their agitation. I don't see any issue in their cry and calling for what is due to them to be given to them. But those representing them should be held accountable. Those representing them should be held accountable. A lot of activity happen on this sea on daily basis, but the citizens are not benefiting from it at all. They are not. And the government officials explore from what is happening here, the natural endowment here, and use it to develop the FCT. Not only the FCT, to develop their foreign accounts and their estates outside the country. But the community, the citizenry here are wallowing in poverty. You will cry. You will cry. These are the activities going on this sea on daily basis. God will help us. Just keep on watching. You know, most time we use this acronym, God will help us. God will not come down from heaven to help us. We need to stand. The youth need to stand. Many of them that don't think about the next generation, that think about the next election, that we are giving arms, maybe firearms in the year 2015, In the year 2019, they refused to submit back the firearms, and military might was used against them. No longer civilian as usual. Now look at the outcome. This is the sea. You wonder all the natural endowment that has been deposited here, which you and I know that some people are benefiting, chopping fat from this. What are they using it to do? They explore. On daily basis, foreign vessels bait here to load. On this same sea, foreign vessels bait here. You will see white people making much noise than the citizens, than the indigenous, because one oga at the top, one minister from somewhere, have given them the go-ahead to go and load and give them some security, making the citizens, the indigenous, look as if they are nobody. It's time we stand up and do the needful. It's time we stand our ground and do the needful. If 1/4 of the development in Abuja is being done here in this riverine area, the indigenes here will never agitate for one day. The development upland, if 1/4 of it will be done here, nobody will wake up one morning to think you are cheating us. But this is where the money is coming from. This is where the billions is coming from. This is where the budget is coming from. The money that is used to implement the budget is coming from here. But look at how the community look like. Sometimes you will get to a point where you see this community where pipeline pass through the back of their house. What they live in is still a thatch house, not even a mud house. House with straws. They use palm fronds to design their house, to build where they will live. Rain will fall and fall on them. They use tarpaulin and some nylon to cover, to give themselves a shade from the rain. But these are the people whose land is being used to feed the nation treasury, but they are not partaking from it. Anytime there is oil spillage, it takes like 5 years for the ground to be okay in order for them to cultivate and eat. And many of the things they use here is being imported from upland because it's an island. They don't produce anything. Those natural gas that God have blessed them with, our government have hijacked them. If not for the presence of one of the populous company here that have engaged many of them, maybe by now the agitation would have been high. Just keep on watching and you will watch to the end. You will enjoy it and see why what is happening with NDDC will not stop until we pick somebody from this riverine area who know the pains of the people. When I mean somebody from riverine area, not those in Port Harcourt, not those upland, no, somebody that live on the island, that know what we experience when there are heavy downpours, how people's house will be flooded, how the street will be flooded when there are big sea coming back, when the tide is coming back, how everywhere will be flooded, the amount of the current. These are the people that will want to represent us in the Niger Delta Commission, not the people who have eaten fats from governorial office to minister and senator, this and that. No, let's use a layman who understands our pain, who understands our cry, who understands what we are going through. Nobody will switch off our mic. Nobody will switch off our mic if we can use somebody who have passed through the pains that we are passing through from here. Enjoy as you watch. This is a community. This is the community up there where the pipeline passed through, where all the exploration line passed through. But look at them. See the community. And some people are living in mansion in Abuja. Wickedness of man. Here is another community too, where the pipeline passed through the back of their houses. But look at how they are living, with canoe boat, the only means of transport around the oil-rich region of the Niger Delta. And no government is even making arrangement of bringing roads to them. Look at them. This is the only means of livelihood, the only place they can call their home. Look at how everywhere is. The oil we are talking about comes from here. The crude, the natural gas, comes from here. But look at how dilapidated everywhere looks. You can't even see a block house here. God. This is not a God matter. This is the matter of us rising up on our feet, doing the needful. Let's not wait until 2023 when they will share another arm. This time they have discovered that sharing firearms, that people don't return it, so they prefer using the military might. Let's not allow what happened in 2015, 2019 and 2015 to repeat itself again. Thank you, and give it a thought. Happy watching.